Ladies and gentlemen, now today we got some pretty good news from the Japanese developers of Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and again, this is nothing in relation, unfortunately, to the current global situation with Assault Mode Meliodas. We're still waiting on the dev notes there, but this does talk about a few changes that are going to be coming to the Japanese version, and again, probably in about 2 to 6 months' time, we're going to see all of this stuff on global as well. And in my opinion, there's some really good stuff here today. So they're looking to make Guild Wars available to absolutely everybody in a knighthood, because currently it's only the top 32 guilds that can participate in Guild Wars. However, they're looking at doing a elite bracket and normal bracket. So the elite bracket is like the top 40 knighthoods. It's going to have better rewards. It's kind of basically what it is currently now, and it involves gear. And the normal bracket is going to be available to everybody, and you match with guilds kind of around your rating and power level. And yeah, it doesn't factor in gear, which is really huge, because the current Guild Wars system requires you to have 40 sets of gear for all of your defensive teams. So yeah, it's a little bit mental, man, and like well out of the reach of like the average player and like average spender as well. I think like last season in Guild Wars on Global, I think we were pretty much the only knighthood that had like a fully fleshed out defensive strategy there, and as a result we just rolled absolutely everybody. But personally, I really enjoy Guild Wars. Like, it's really fun, but it's just so inaccessible because of the huge gear requirement at the moment. So to make it available to everybody and also not have that gear requirement is really good. And currently the rewards for the elite bracket is just like a crazy amount of gems for the top brackets there. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to have on offer for the normal bracket when it does come to the Japanese version as well. So yeah, very excited for this, man, because again, this could be an additional source for free-to-play and non-spenders to gain even more gems. And personally, again, I think Guild Wars is really fun. Like, once you get into it, once you figure out some really good defensive strategies and start kind of mixing stuff up on offense as well. Because again, providing you're at the like same power level as the defense you're attacking into, you can never go first, because the defense has associations and you don't have associations when you're attacking in. So yeah, it's actually quite challenging to get through like a full like 5 defense gauntlet that's like fully stacked out as well. So I think the normal ungeared version is actually going to be really fun. So yeah, I'm excited to do a little bit of this on my free-to-play account as well. This should be really good. But just something to, you know, keep in mind for the moment. You know, might want to consider building out a little bit more of your roster. But yeah, wait and see on that one, man. I think it's going to be really interesting. Also, they're doing Season 3 of Reverse Stages, which I'm really excited for. Season 1, I had so much fun with. It was really enjoyable. Like, the Season 1 live stream I did was one of the most fun live streams I've ever done on this game. I found Season 2 personally like a little bit boring. It was so much easier, and it was good that it was easy because it's like a nice stack of free stuff, but it just was like too easy that it kind of like put me to sleep a little bit. I was just like really bored with Season 2, so I'm kind of hoping for something like in the middle, I must admit, because I do like a good challenge in this game, but nothing like too ridiculous there. But hopefully the rewards are going to be good. It's going to be a really fun and creative time there. So yeah, I'm curious to see Season 3 of the Reverse Stages. They also talk about quality of life improvements as well. So they're soon going to improve the inconvenient part of the in-game icon. They are planning to improve convenience by adding a left and right selection button to the character screen and changing it so that you can move from the character evolution screen to the character enhancement screen immediately. In addition, we plan to improve the bar menu, such as cooking recipes and material exchanges, so that you can check it more directly. In addition to improving the icon function, improving the convenience of equipment replacement, adding the daily mission batch completion function, etc., we plan to improve the opinions and inconveniences of our players. So I really like this. Like, the Japanese developers and Korean developers, they're so dedicated to like just making the game better for players, man. I've always thought that like they actually really do care about the players. From what I've seen like playing the Japanese and Korean version, it's just like Global are a little bit too greedy in their approach, but hopefully they're going to get on the same wavelength as the Japanese and Korean developers. So yeah, they talked about content reorganization and improvement direction in this one. However, they do mention the next developer note will provide more details on the reorganization update of the battle content and the content of new events as well. So that one I think is going to be the really juicy stuff of like what they're planning to do in terms of like exciting new content, because like more final bosses, more towers, more like challenging modes of gameplay I think is really what a lot of players are after at the moment. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to address that moving forward. But again, a lot of good stuff in this one, man. Personally, I'm very excited for Guild Wars to be like wholly accessible to the community at a level where it doesn't involve gear. I think that's going to be a really, really good thing, and I hope the rewards for it are fairly decent as well. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you did enjoy today's breakdown, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.